my channel. My name is Abisola for those of you that are new here, and if you're not new, welcome and thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm not sure what I'm going to title it yet, but I have a couple of tips here for your natural hair journey, and also just, you know, a little bit of chit chat about natural hair and things like that, all the good stuff. So if you want to know more, definitely keep watching. You know, I've mentioned a couple of things in my previous videos, but the one that I would want to go for right now is a satin bonnet, and I have one here. A satin bonnet for when you go to bed at night. I know the majority of us are probably familiar with this, but you know, when you sleep at night and you are tossing and you're turning on the bed, a satin bonnet is really something. I know it doesn't stay on your head all night, but at least it still prevents your hair from like getting caught on your bed sheets, or it's just catching something and tugging on it, which can cause you to have split ends and cause your hair to start breaking, and which now seems as if your hair is not growing, but your hair is actually growing. Do you get what I mean? So your hair is actually growing, but because it keeps breaking, it keeps cutting, you keep losing so much hair, it feels as if your hair is not actually growing, but your hair is growing. So it might just mean that you need to get yourself a satin bonnet or something like that. Another thing that I know is a natural hair hack that a lot of people are not actually familiar with. Okay, maybe people are familiar with it and I'm just feeling special here, but one thing that I know that has really helped in my natural hair journey are like headbands or scarves or turban or things like that. I'm going to show you what I mean right now. So these are what I'm referring to: headbands of different types, like so. So what you want is, you want to have these and for days where you just don't feel like really making your hair, you don't feel like styling your hair or whatever, and you just want to like boycott it. Let's not lie, like there's some days that you feel like that. So these are really handy for those days. You literally sometimes you like, this one goes over your head like totally and it covers your entire head, and I know that it has saved me on days that I did not feel like doing much with my hair. I was just feeling lazy and I had to go out. So I just take this, I pop it on, put some lipstick on, and I'm good to go. Sorry, not lipstick, lip balm, and I'm good to go. So this is definitely a lifesaver for, you know, those kind of days that you need to quickly do stuff. And these, you know, your hair you could just put your hair up in a bun and just wrap this around it, and it just gives your hair that extraness. Or even it might not necessarily be that you want to bypass your hair. It could just be that you want to have like an extra flavor to your natural hair, and these are good for that. Okay, so I wanted to talk about is just, you know, how, I don't know, I'm just putting this out there. So from when we were very little, you know, our parents, they did not know what to do with our hair. I feel, in my opinion, I'm not blaming them. Obviously, from slave trade and colonialism and all of those things, they really had an impact on how natural hair is perceived and what is the standard of beauty for Black women and for African women. And for such a long time, it's what stood as a standard of what beauty or hair, beautiful hair looked like, was what the colonial masters' hair looked like, what the people that were the masters of, you know, slave trade, what they looked like, was what they expected the Black community to look like, you know. And this has had an impact so much on our society. And I'm talking because I know that this might seem like, some people might feel like, oh yeah, people are already aware about their natural hair, but the thing is that some people still are not aware. Africans are still not aware, and I feel like this is a very important thing that needs to spread, and people need to hear it and say it is okay for me to wear my hair natural. And I think the most painful part of it is when it is actually natural, like people that are Black or Africans that are the ones telling you, oh, why is your hair like that? Oh, is that what your hair looks like? I'm like, that is what your own hair looks like too. So like I understand that things have happened in the past, but you know, it's time for us to come out of there. It is time for us to start embracing our roots. You know, it is your hair. How long are you going to keep trying to bypass it to get a wig? Do you not get tired when, you know, yeah, another conversation about how white people are always like no offense to white people, Caucasians are always like, or people of other races are always like, oh, is that your hair? Is that your real hair? Well, you can't blame them for really saying these things. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be on their side or to defend them, but it's just that you can't really blame them for asking these questions, because even African communities, even black communities still don't know what their own hair that grows out of their head that goes without saying. They don't know what these things look like. They don't know what beauty it is and how much versatility it has, how beautiful the textures are, and what amazing things you can do with it. People don't know these things, you know. So like, I'm just here just having a chat with us. I want you guys to just let me know, like, if I'm just on my own here or if I'm just ranting for nothing. Okay, it feels like a rant. Yeah, it feels like a rant, but you know, I've heard I heard a man say this thing one time, that it's nice for them and all, for going natural and all of these things, but I can't deal with having like nappy hair or like curly hair all over the house. How insensitive is that? So my thing is just that, how a black man that has curly hair on his own head, I'm sure his mom is probably black like that as well, but you know, where do all these things come from? It's because we have not embraced ourselves. So we have not identified with the hair that God placed on our head. We have not even come to appreciate it. If our head was naturally just for wigs or just for braids, I think our hair would have come out like twisted or something, on a cornrowed on our head, so we can just put the wigs on, you know. So like, I'm not saying I love braids, you know. I enjoy when I see people wearing, I admire when I see people wearing their wigs and it's looking all slayed, but I'm not against all those things. I'm just like, it shouldn't be to the detriment or to the total annihilation of your own natural hair. Even if you are still relaxed, like, are you taking care of your hair? Do you enjoy it? Do you style it? Or you just relax your hair so you can braid, so you can put it in a braid, or so you can just put it down and put a wig on it, you know? Our hair is beautiful, it is glorious, it is gorgeous. It is not difficult, it is not too textured, it is not too hard. It is awesome. Like, don't let anybody tell you your hair is not growing or your hair is what. Don't listen to all these narratives. Start to enjoy and understand your own hair, you know. There's so much I want to say, but I feel like I don't want to make this video too long. It is more of a rant. I'm sorry if it sounded like I was ranting, and I seriously don't mean to judge anyone for their choices. I am not. See, I love everybody with the way their hair is and everything, but my own thing is just that, you know, when you start to embrace your own hair, when you start to embrace the hair that goes out of your head, you can still decide if you want to wear a wig. It is your choice. You can decide if you want to do whatsoever with it. It is your choice. But when you love your hair, when you know what your hair looks like, you know, when you know what your hair looks like, it is a different thing entirely, to realize the awesomeness that your hair can be. So I think I'm done with my rant now. I love you guys so much. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Hopefully. Have you subscribed to the channel? Have you subscribed? It is down below. Subscribe, okay? Hit the notification bell as well, so that you know anytime I put up any video. I love you so much, and thank you for watching this video. Love you.